Hi, I'm Sarah.
Hi, I'm Francesca.
And this is our podcast, Critical Babe Theory.
Hi.
Today we have a very special guest.
Our dear, dear, dear friend, Emily Meade.
Yes.
Hi.
I forgot to ask you how you wanted to be introduced.
Emily Meade works.
Superstar.
Sure.
Incredible actress.
Sure.
Has starred on shows like The Deuce,
Yeah.
The Penguin.
The Leftovers.
Nice.
That one with the twins.
Oh, Dead Ringers. Well, there's twins in the Deuce and Dead Ringers, but yeah.
Totally. Twins are so alluring.
Every show in Hollywood that has twins.
I'm on.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Working gal since you were really young, right?
It's fun. I consider myself to have started working at 18, but like technically, I did my first movie at 16.
That's what I always think of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what did you do before your first movie?
I did an Italian singing contest when I was 7.
Do you know this story?
I don't know this story.
Oh, Jesus.
Can you tell the story? Or you don't want to?
No. Yeah, that's a dark part of my past.
Kind of is dark though. It was like mean nuns were
Mean
involved.
Nuns. Yeah, I feel like the
Mean
video
Nuns.
itself is funnier than the story. But yeah, I just went. It was 1997, and I was in like a music. I was not a act professional in any way, but I went to.
Well, how old were you? You were like
I was 7.
Okay, yeah.
So no, it was so I was 8. If it was 97, I don't know when I auditioned or whatever, but I was at like a summer music program. And the teacher was just like, there's an open call for this Italian singing contest. It's very popular in Italy, Zecchino d'Oro. And so I lined up. And so they pick one kid from every country. Not every country, all the countries that...
The countries that really matter.
Yeah, all the representatives. And not the Middle East.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but... so they pick one kid, and I went to the open call, and I sang Kids from Bye Bye Birdie. Mm-hmm. And then, like, 5 months later, I got a call on the home phone, because that's all that existed.
Right,
and like,
the landline.
The landline, and they wanted me to come to Italy for a few months to record a record, and then we would compete like American Idol. Like, people would call in and vote. So I missed the first few months of 3rd grade. And I went.
Who needs it?
I know. I didn't retain anything from school.
I don't even know my multiplication tables, you guys.
I don't anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro. And let me be clear and be an asshole. Yeah. I have an Ivy League education. Yeah. Graduated summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. I literally couldn't tell you what 7 times 8 is.
It's 40, no.
I was going to say 56.
I think that's maybe it. I
think that might be it.
Yeah, I think that might be what it is.
I can't tell you under this high pressure situation.
Well, I know there's like tricks to each, like it'll be like the one number's going up and the other number's going down.
But bro, like there was a time at
49. No.
That's 7 times 7.
See, you do know. I don't.
Okay, so you were in Italy.
I was in Italy.
Yeah, 56 is right.
I don't know. Okay,
yeah.
well, that doesn't really illustrate my point, but whatever. You're in Italy.
I go to Italy. It's like 2 different trips. They're each like 3 weeks or something. And the first one is the recording of the album, which was I used to have nightmares about this for years after, because it was run by the Catholic Church, and we basically were just like in a church all day long. No one spoke English, even though in Europe most people speak English. It was Bologna, Italy. No one spoke English. I was there all day learning the song in Italian. So I didn't actually like learn Italian. I just memorized the words in Italian, and we were practicing, and like all day we would just be in a room and they'd be playing Disney movies dubbed in Italian, and they would they'd feed us these things called plum cakes, which were delicious, but they'd only give us one. And the like people watching us would just like eat them all day. They were like Twinkies, sort of.
It's like prison.
I
mean,
yeah, I know it was. I was going to say it really was, but then I didn't want to sound privileged.
It was like Italian church prison for children.
Like child prison.
Yeah, no, it was definitely not up to standards of like how to treat children. And then Sabrina, the teacher, was like literally like would hit you with a ruler kind of thing if you did anything bad. Yeah. So yeah, and I was already such an anxious, homesick kid, so it was like a fucking nightmare. And then
were you there? Like, did your parents come with you?
Yeah, my dad came the first trip, and my mom came the second trip, and we stayed in this hotel. But I mean, it's very racist there. I don't know if it's been updated, but so there was from South Africa, there was 2. They had 2. Most of us were just 1 from each country. There's 2 from South Africa. 1 was black, 1 was white. Their song was Hana Chocolata, which was I am bread and you are chocolate. It was the song. And so we were the Estrangeris, which were the foreign kids, were competing against the Italian kids. And the Italian kids, I remember I slapped a girl because one of the Italians was pulling at the braids of the black girl, and I didn't like it. It turned into a slap. And she was a real brat, but her song was Here Gesù ti scrive. It was like I love you Jesus, which was very ironic. But yeah, there was like guys with like bones through their nose, like tiki, like all over, not actual, like painted on the hotel.
Wait.
Okay, so not competing.
No. Yeah, you're right. I'm jumping around. I'm jumping around.
Okay, wait, I'm sorry. I need more information about
that.
There
was a mural, yes, in the hotel.
Just like randomly, like like what? Like this is like a mural of what we feel like Africa is probably.
Yeah, it was like the pool, like the pool, the tiki area.
Okay.
And Polynesian.
Some sort of hybrid. And I was slowly starving because I was a vegetarian at the time and there was not much to eat. And then my dad convinced me to eat chicken, which I found out later was actually veal. But it was delicious.
It is delicious.
So good.
Also, what are you going to do? Because the dairy cows, they're going to slaughter the boys anyway, so you might as well eat them.
There you go. Okay, great. Good. I feel
that's how Francesca convinced me to eat veal, and I still kind of regret it.
I haven't had veal since.
You mean when we got Wiener Schnitzel at Café Zaberski?
Yeah, I mean, I loved going there, but I don't like to eat veal like spiritually.
Yeah,
I know, but is it better for them all to be slaughtered for not?
I feel like this is like less of 2 evils.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's a hard
argument.
I don't know.
But you ate the veal.
I ate the veal unknowingly, yes. Mm-hmm. And then when it came to the performance, and then also because they didn't speak English, so they would just kind of like ship us on buses, different places, and it was always some sort of religious helping. Like it was just I didn't even know, it was just all these churches. And then when we did the performances,
like were you going to visit the church or?
Are you Catholic?
No, I mean that's not. I'm like, Irish Catholic. I wasn't raised Catholic at all, but it wasn't my. I didn't know it was the Catholic. I just wanted it to perform.
You just wanted to win.
I just wanted to be a little star. Yeah, I didn't know, but it just happened to be run by the Catholic Church. I went in with very little info, and this was before the internet.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even like we could research it was literally just like getting on a plane and going to Italy.
Did they pay you?
Good question.
No, I don't think so. I don't think
this segues well into what we're talking about today.
What was the promise that this would help launch your career, or was it?
No, there was really no promises made. It was just I guess let's see what this. I don't know. It was an opportunity and an adventure that I didn't know what I was getting into. And then, when it came time to performing, I basically was continuously getting in trouble because when I sang my song, Sotto Sopra was the song, and it was about a substitute teacher making everything topsy-turvy, I would kind of rock back and forth a little, which the visual would help you see how innocent it was. I
mean, you were literally 7 years old, so it was really fucking innocent.
It was really innocent. I looked like a little bat with my teeth and my hair and my ears.
The video is so cute. I'll post it in the show notes.
Okay. And basically the nuns would be behind the camera like, no, too sexy, too much Spice Girl. And I would get yelled at basically every day, and I would try to stiffen my body as much as possible, but it didn't, it was hard. It's hard. It's really hard for me not to move to music. I'm always shocked when I see people at concerts who are just standing there still. I wonder, is that a different type of brain? I can't do that physically. Can you hear music and not move a little?
I don't know. You're asking some hard-hitting questions. We're actually having a lot. Today's a challenging podcast. We have multiplication tables.
Yeah, there's a lot of brain teasers.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened to you in CVS?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we'll finish the story. Did you win?
So I won for the Estrangeris. Well, no. So I won for the Estrangeris, and then it was
the strangers.
Yes.
Estrangeris.
Yeah. Estrangeris. Yeah. And then I competed against the Italian who won for the Italians, and he won. I mean, it's rigged.
Come on.
Yeah, he had a great song, I'm a Terrible Child. And I remember the camera work. They would circle him, and he'd be 2, 3, 4. It was very rock and roll. But I won for the Estrangeris.
Wow. Where is he now?
I've looked him up on Instagram. He seems like a beautiful gay man, like living his best life on like yachts and stuff. I don't think as a direct result of Zikinodoro, but
you
maybe.
never know.
Yeah. And I have seen, so I had I would get fan mail from Italians, and there's this one boy, Jacopo, who would write me letters, and he also found me on Instagram, and we were chatting for a while. For a moment, I was like, is this my soulmate? But then I kind of
Where is he located?
In Italy.
Like in Rome? I'm going
in Sicily.
Okay. I was going to say I could look him up for you because I'm going to Rome next week.
Go find him. Jacopo Lentini.
Okay. Jacopo, I'm coming for you.
Fun.
Mm-hmm.
So that was how you got your start in show business.
Well, then nothing. I mean, nothing.
Come on, winning an international Italian
literally
nothing
nothing
contest as a 7-year-old?
Is that still on your resume?
No, it is not. I don't know that I have a resume.
Yeah,
you have a resume somewhere.
Yeah, someone has done
Someone's
it for me.
doing it for you.
Yeah, it does not have Zikinodoro. Nothing happened. I did have my CD was in Tower Records here.
That is so cool.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I love Tower Records.
Yeah,
And
me too.
did you get paid for the CD?
I don't think so.
Okay,
Oh
so
my God.
I don't think there's any money
This is
involved.
exactly it.
Yeah.
well, to briefly pivot to my experience in CVS today, I went to CVS because I was like, I can't sit next to Emily and Francesca with my giant pimple and no makeup. So I went to go buy makeup, and these two girls came into CVS. They were like browsing, and they were probably like 12 years old. And the one girl was like, did you know there's a government shutdown right now? It's kind of a big deal. She was like, so buy stuff while you can because all the FBI agents are working for free.
What does that mean?
That was just like a 12-year-old's understanding
on
of
what's
the government shutdown.
Yeah, that sounds like something I would have said at 12.
You seem.
I just don't even understand it at all.
It didn't make any sense.
CVS is going to get shut down? Maybe she thinks CVS is like part of the government.
No. She was like her understanding was like money was no longer like
Exist.
As a tender, legal tender would no longer
she was kind of like stock up because the government shut down.
On dollar bills.
The FBI are volunteering and like who knows what's going to happen next.
I mean,
Maybe she
she's
knows.
not wrong.
Yeah, maybe she knows something we don't know.
Yeah.
That was so I didn't realize that when the government shuts down, federal workers don't get paid, but they still have to go to work.
You didn't know about that? Furlough is the fancy word for that.
I didn't know that.
No, but isn't furlough like getting temporarily laid off?
I wonder if they also use it to mean like working and not getting paid.
We'd have to look up the definition of furlough.
Like TSA workers, they just have to go in for the love of the job.
Yeah,
What happens if they don't?
It's unbelievable.
It's actually a problem because people would like start during the last shutdown. People would stop.
So you got to get to the airport early, Sarah.
Oh.
Shit, bitch.
I don't know if I can because we're doing the podcast right before I fly out.
Shit.
Well, then never
I'll make
mind.
it if I make it.
You're going to Rome, baby, right? Did Paul call you, or you just decided to go?
Oh, Paul?
Like the saint?
Oh.
There was one time I went to Rome because I was like in Florence and I was super depressed because this love hadn't worked out. This was a long time ago, just to say. And then I was like feeling like I should throw myself in the Arno, but then I heard this voice that was like, go to Rome. And then I did.
And Paul, you feel like Paul was calling
Yeah,
you.
I felt like I was called, and then it was changed my life.
You did it recently again, didn't you? Went to Rome.
Now I'm always going to Rome because Paul and I are so
Yeah.
But that was the first time.
Wait, how did it change your life?
I walked among those beautiful desecrated streets, and I just felt like, to me, Rome is like, it's like a beautiful woman who's been ravaged. You know what I mean? And I can just walk through her, yikes, for like endlessly for hours. Like, I could just walk around Rome and buy things for the rest of my life.
Okay, so it wasn't like a spiritual well, it was spiritual.
It was
but
spiritual
It
because
wasn't,
like, and I could be satisfied, to get back to that word that we've been discussing a
but
lot.
it wasn't a religious experience.
Wasn't it? Because at that time I was filled with ennui and despair, and yet I found respite in those streets.
Shopping in Rome.
Some shopping, eating of Sicilian cookies, and mostly just walking for 8 hours a day in this punishing heat, but I loved it. And then finding refuge, taking shelter in churches in the heat of the day and anointing myself with holy water. It was fabulous. Yeah. And you know what? Actually, just to finish this up, I was single, and I left when I was called to Rome. I had been with a man on a trip, but then I was called. So I went to Rome on my own, and I remember there was nothing, and I'd been single for 5 years at this point or something like that. And it came my first Friday night alone in Rome. And I remember thinking, like, I cannot eat alone in a restaurant in Rome on Friday night in August. Like, I'll surely die. You know what I mean? Because, like, women don't do that there. Nobody does that there. But I had to eat. So I went and I sat alone, and it felt like moving through the wall of my own loneliness. Like, I did the most horrifying thing. And I survived. Yeah. And after that, nothing could ever cow me again.
Wow. I'm so, like, I feel like everyone's life has changed going to Italy.
It's true.
Yours because of the competition.
Profound experiences.
Yours was actually traumatizing.
Yeah, but it changed my life.
Yeah. What will happen to me? Well, it's a Jubilee year.
Yeah, that's why you're going, right?
So I'm going to go straight to heaven, baby.
Yeah.
But if you can't get to Rome... and you too want to go straight to heaven, there is the shrine of Mother Cabrini uptown.
Who I talk to all the time. Yes, exactly.
Find me a space for my little machine.
That's right.
That's the parking prayer, and it frickin' works.
I know it does.
It works.
But so my friend and I were talking about doing a pilgrimage. Okay, basically Jubilee year. Pope Francis declared that it was a Jubilee year. So basically, if you make a pilgrimage during a Jubilee year, you go straight to heaven. So if you were to walk from downtown to uptown to the shrine, arguably that's a pilgrimage.
Okay, I'll do it for sure. Yeah. Guaranteed easy. Yeah,
guaranteed heaven. And I guess it's kind of like the Catholic Mecca.
Tight.
Because like when you go to Mecca, all of your sins are forgiven, right?
Is that right? I thought you just had to go to Mecca no matter what.
I don't know, because I know someone who's Muslim, and he says that he is waiting until late in his life to go to Mecca, because when he goes to Mecca, all his sins will be washed away. So he doesn't want to like do it too early.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He wants to continue his life of sin.
Could you go more than once though?
I don't know if that's how it works. We believe in the one
shot.
Yeah. What is that? What do they say in the liturgy? One forgiveness of sin. Blah blah blah. That's some.
But that's Catholic, not.
Yeah. That's a good point. I don't know. But why not? Why not just hedge your bets?
Yeah. I think, it's kind of, logistically, it's challenging.
Honestly, I would go to Mecca.
Okay, well, here's tangentially related to the topic of this episode, which is show business. How do we feel about the stand-up comedians going to Riyadh?
Yeah. Wait, what exactly is the situation?
The Riyadh Comedy Show, which is like, Riyadh is the capital of Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
Basically, they're like trying to get some culture up in there. I guess instead of, not art washing, but comedy washing. So they got all these major players. Who is it? It's like Dave Chappelle.
Not that he's a major player, but Pete Davidson.
I feel like Kevin Hart. Am I making that up? Like a pretty
Aziz Ansari.
Which is funny.
Who
has been doing nothing since his poor guy. Just sounds like a bad date. You know what I mean? That guy really got the Me Too cancellation. I think it's just because he's kind of a shrimp. Do you know what I mean? If he was a little more manly, maybe he wouldn't have gotten canceled so hard.
Hot, not hot.
He's just not that hot. People don't want to think about not hot guys getting blowjobs.
Yeah. And they assume
so true.
Not consensual. I don't know. It's
let's not wade into that. But the Riyadh comedy festival. All I know is that Tim Dillon got fired from it. Do you know who Tim Dillon is? He's fun.
Why did he get fired?
What did he say?
Because the offer to do the festival is conditional on you have to agree not to say anything disparaging about the Saudi government or
it's a
religion.
State.
They don't have free speech there. So I wonder if he's talked shit on Saudi, and because basically it's all everything's there is pretty much funded by the royal family. So it's basically you're being paid by the royal family to do these shows, and kind of people are saying basically it's art washing.
It just seems tacky.
Yeah,
it's just tacky.
Yeah,
it's like those friends that I've had who are trying to sell me on how China's so amazing, And I'm just like,
Just as like a vacation.
yeah, no, not as a vacation, as like a place to live. Like
Yeah.
they talk about the like Great Firewall and they say it's really repressive, but when you're there, it's really fun, you know? And I'm always like, okay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a red-blooded American. I don't want to live in fucking China. Do you know what I mean? I don't want some crown prince telling me what I can and cannot say.
Well, we're getting
there,
here,
but like,
yeah.
God damn it, this is America, and that's not right. You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah. I do feel like there's a lot. Okay, well, here, I'll say something a little controversial. I feel like, you know, like we are not, especially right now, the ones to throw the first stone.
No.
You know?
Sarah, I'm gonna throw any fucking stone I want. I'm just saying I'm not gonna idealize China or Saudi Arabia.
No,
Do you
I'm
know what I
talking
mean?
specifically about this comedy festival. I'm like, if
Sure.
you're taking money from...
APAC. No comedians.
Well, I'm just like, I'm sorry, but it's the American government right now is not like more moral, and nor has it truly ever been more moral than Saudi Arabia. If you look especially at like what we're doing in Palestine.
Sure, but there's a difference between the American government and the principles that America was founded on, and I'm always gonna get down with those principles.
Yeah, but the principals are not going to pay for your comedy festival.
No, man, but they're gonna make me feel. They're gonna make me feel good at night. You know what I mean? When I'm not at the Riyadh Comedy Festival. I wouldn't do it.
I just okay.
I wouldn't.
That's what
I
you're
wouldn't
saying.
sell out.
I didn't understand what you were saying.
I'm not gonna sell out.
I used to think I wouldn't until I continued to struggle financially through my adult life. Also, the thing is, people always did this. It just didn't used to be. People do it secretly.
People didn't publicize it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is kind of like the essence of our conversation today. So I just want to say, Emily, you're talking about selling out when, according to the internet, you have a net worth of $1 million.
I do not. I don't. The internet also says I'm married to Patrick Wilson, who I've never
What?
met once in my
Who's
life.
Patrick Wilson?
He's an actor
Oh,
who's
I
married
really
to
like
somebody
him.
else. I've never
Why
even
does it say
been in
you're
the same room.
married to him?
No idea.
Weird.
Huh.
He was
I
in
know.
Little Children.
I
Good
know.
movie.
Yeah. That movie really stayed with
I
me.
know. I need to re-watch that. I think now that I'm married, I'm not married with children. Freudian
Yes.
slip.
Yeah. Well, you got married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that like it's like this idea that, you know, like celebrities are all people who are like super, super rich. I'm not talking about anybody involved in the comedy festival because I don't know their financial situation, but like there used to be this idea of the working actor, you know, and I don't know how that idea is going.
Not very well.
I don't think it is going well.
No, it's non-existing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so you're saying that like you would compromise your principles?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't so far.
I said it in such a loaded way. But I
Yeah,
actually,
so you're saying that you are a dirty whore. You're saying. I mean,
this is
no.
a gotcha. Like we're gonna be like, Emily Meade endorses Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's so hard. It's so hard to feel like anything matters anymore. But
Yeah.
I mean, everything matters so much, but it's all a shit show. And I would definitely, I don't know that I'd compromise those morals, but I'd probably compromise certain morals. I mean, when I first started acting, I had the morals of a billionaire. I thought that, not the morals of a billionaire, but I thought I acted as if I was rich enough to be incredibly picky and incredibly moral. And I don't regret that because I haven't compromised my morals, but like I really want money.
I personally, I'll go on the record. Should I say it?
What?
I personally have been to Saudi Arabia for money.
Exactly.
I can't. I'm not gonna give more.
Literally
information.
speak to the personally. Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So
It'd be hard to say no at this point.
I think there's a perversity to people who are highly principled in certain rigid ways.
Yeah.
Like myself.
Well, so what does it
What's
do?
the perversion?
No. What does it do? Like, what does it change if you don't go?
Nothing. That's why it's
Yeah.
a perversion.
Yeah.
yeah, like if every comedian agreed to not go, but comedians.
I just don't. Comedians.
I
are
think if you're
negligible.
rich, which all these people we're talking about are,
Yeah.
then no, shame on you.
Okay, but that's my question. Actually, do we think Pete Davidson is rich?
Well, he gets paid. I mean, he must.
Yeah. I think, like,
Because paid nothing on that show.
Yeah.
the one that was not SNL, he had his own show that a friend of mine was on, and then at the very last minute.
Was it network though? Because if it
Yeah.
wasn't network,
Well, it was Peacock.
Okay.
And it was his own show, like about his
Streaming?
life. Yeah.
How many episodes?
It was like 8.
Okay.
It was
that
just
doesn't
one
pay
season.
No, that would pay him a lot.
Really?
Yeah. Not in residuals, and he was a producer, so he'd get, no, I'm sure he got a good amount of money.
But do we think Pete Davidson is like never has to work another day in his life, Rich?
No. And I'm assuming he's like, assuming he produces things and
He's
has
having
his
a
hand
baby
in things,
soon.
and that's worth
With whom
a
is
lot
he
of money.
having a baby?
Some hottie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some
her name.
Instagram hottie model? Question mark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Someone that, yeah. But no, I think he made money. I don't think he's made enough to not have to work again. But he definitely made money from that. And to the point that at the last minute, he pulled out of the show.
Oh.
Like in the
did
second
too?
season. And everybody got fucked up. Like, everyone was depending on the money. And he clearly has enough money to
But
do
is that like? But do you think that decision was based in like assessing his finances or like a mental health?
I think it's mental health, but I think even if you're mentally unhealthy, if you need money, you'd probably
Figure it
stick
out.
around.
Yeah, that's some privilege shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
guess I'm
doesn't
thinking
take-
of like Kanye just burning it
But
all
he
to
does
the
not
ground.
need money. Or does he? Is that something I don't...
I don't know. I didn't watch the documentary.
I'm
I didn't
assuming he
either.
has quite a bit of money.
Okay, well, I guess we can speculate on all of these people, but there are a lot of actors and other
Right.
entertainers in show business who are not in that position.
No.
I don't know how someone say like, let's say like Alexa Demi, who was on Euphoria.
Okay, I never watched Euphoria.
Well,
One of
she's
them.
like in the social consciousness, but she
Yeah,
only
yeah.
did 2 seasons on that. Didn't really do much else.
Yeah.
I literally have no idea how she pays her bills.
Well, because if you are, okay, so can you clarify for us plebs, if you're on a show, an HBO show, do you get residuals?
Like $5. I mean, there's a
guess.
reason Drea Di Matteo, right? She's on OnlyFans.
Adriana from The
Adriana's on
Sopranos.
OnlyFans.
yeah. If
As
you-
a person, I've been a regular on 2 different HBO shows. You get paid less money than any other network up front, and now they count part of your salary as residuals. So like a portion of the residuals are already kept from you. Like they need to make a certain amount for you to get any, and there's no residuals because it's streaming. Well, not even, it wasn't streaming before, but now
Wait,
it's
I'm
streaming.
sorry. So, like, okay, can you guys break down, just in case you're like really, what are residuals?
They are every time a show is aired anywhere or watched, or people buy a DVD, if they still do, a portion of money is made. It used to be because it was on network and commercials would pay to advertise, so the network would get money and they'd get money they'd buy the shows and they'd pay the production every time they'd show it, and everybody involved would get a piece of that money. Now with streaming, it doesn't exist. But what happened, so when I signed on to do The Leftovers, which was in 2014, this was before streaming was what it was. I mean, was there even Netflix happening? All I remember is when Orange is the New Black came around.
yeah, that was the first streaming show.
Yeah, and I remember being like, oh, the mighty have fallen. Like, who's going to
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
this?
yeah,
And
totally.
obviously, I was
You
wrong.
were wrong.
But although they got paid nothing for that show, I don't think.
Totally.
But I remember it being explained to me that because of Modern Family, apparently, because Modern Family, they were all making so much money per episode, and because it was so syndicated, meaning replaying already while they were still filming it, they like broke records of money, and so they changed the rules that a part of your salary is a percentage of your residuals because they were making too much money. They were making so much money in residuals, I think they offered Ed O'Neill, right? No. This is Ed O'Neill? The main man.
I don't know.
Married with Children.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, he's great. But they offered him $100 million, I think, to buy out his residuals, and he said no because he knew that in the end it would be that much more.
Yes.
But those motherfuckers are making so much more money up front, and it's syndicated, and then those rules got applied to people like us on streaming who are already making such a smaller amount in salary, and then the residuals themselves are so much less.
To give you an idea, Sarah, during COVID, so this is pre the strike, so pre the new contract, I got a fractional series regular on a Netflix show, meaning I was going to appear in 6 out of 8 episodes. So like I was bigger than a recur. There's all these different categories. But even though I was going to be on 6 out of 8 episodes, I was not going to make enough money to qualify for health insurance through the union. Yeah, because Netflix, Netflix notoriously, I don't know if they still do, but paid garbage back then. So I was going to be like basically a series regular on a show, but not make enough money to qualify for healthcare.
How much money do you need to make to qualify for
20,000?
No, that's what it used to be. It went up to like 32.
Okay. That's
during COVID, they lifted it because I used to pay for my whole family's health insurance.
Yeah.
I got my whole family on health insurance for like years off of
Gotham. Could that be
Gotham.
why it was more? Like, could it be more for you than for me because of your family?
No, I don't think so. I think they just, in COVID, they jacked up. It used to be that there were 2 levels for health insurance, like Plan A and Plan B. So if you made just like $14,000 a year, you would qualify for the lower tier insurance. And if you made like over 22 or 23, you would qualify for the high end insurance. And then I think they jacked it up to somewhere between 27 and 32,000.
I think 27. Yeah.
So, and I was going to make, as a fractional series regular, 26.
which sounds like a lot of money to get at once, but like if you're looking at
no,
that
all
would
the money
be
you make for a whole year.
Yeah.
$26,000 a year.
No,
is below the federal poverty level, to be clear.
People don't understand how it works.
Yeah. So what, like, I guess, so you're both unionized.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get in the union?
Like what got
You
me
have
nice?
to
You
jo-
have to. Yeah,
like,
you're become a must join after 3 jobs.
Or if you get, like, I was my first job was a guest star on Blue Bloods, actually, which I still get residuals from because that is a network job.
Yeah,
They're
Law and Order
small.
used to really save my life.
Yeah, they're small now, but it's been going on
same.
for like, I'm not going to say how many years. So that was my first job, and then I had to immediately pay dues and join the union.
Yeah, I had that. When I was 18, the first movie I did, Assassination of a High School President, I had to join. You just have to.
I feel like I really want to watch that movie.
It's
What a fun title.
It is fun. I'm in like 2 scenes, but it's a stacked cast of people who went on to be things.
And so when you say that like the rules change with Modern Family, is that like they renegotiated something with the union or?
Yes. At the time, that's the thing. At the time, nobody was really paying attention to the SAG contract because it wasn't really until the strike, I feel like, that people were like, wait a minute, what is this? But
Because of streaming.
Because it used to be
everything,
so on network TV shows, which first of all they would shoot 22 episodes a year, so you get a per episode payment. So there's you're getting more off the top. But then if they get if they make over 100 episodes, then they go into syndication, and then they're just printing money and residuals. So it used to be that all jobs were through, or almost all jobs were through network. Yeah. So they all
TV,
up until network TV, up until like Mad Men, really, right?
Yeah. Yes, and which they did not get paid a lot.
No,
but
because
you
that
can
was
renegotiate when a show is really popular, and then eventually they got money.
But basically, everybody used to be on this TV structure that would pay really well.
Yeah, you'd be rich.
You'd be rich, and like now that structure almost doesn't exist anymore.
No.
Very.
I mean, there is
few.
network shows.
There are a couple, like Elspeth. Is that even one?
What is Elspeth?
I don't even know.
I'm just trying to think of network
well,
shows.
all
I'm
the
even
like
aware of.
Chicago PDs and all
Yes,
that. Like all those people
ones.
are still rich. That's the irony. People think the like creatively respected people that you know are rich. They're poor, and then like the random TV actors whose name you don't even know, they're
but
quite
like
wealthy.
Jeremy Allen White, for instance, like he got hella rich because he was on Shameless, right?
Well, that was Showtime.
Oh, that was Showtime.
No.
Oh, I didn't even.
But with all those things, that's it. Like money makes money. You know, like all those things. Not only after the 3rd season, if something's a hit, can you renegotiate?
Yeah.
But then you sell fucking watches and cologne and what? Like you just get
Like
more
Calvin
access.
Klein,
Yeah, you get more
Undies.
access to making money in other ways.
Yeah. So can I ask you guys, what was your biggest, like, not the amount, but like what show do you remember your largest residuals check was?
I got my largest residuals check that really saved my life for a full year was for a film I was completely cut out of and did not appear in called Young Adult by Jason Reitman.
I love that movie.
Me too.
You were in that movie?
I was in that movie, but I was not in that movie.
Who were you? Who did you play?
At the end, they basically changed the end. At the end, it was the scene where she winds up in a Denny's and like...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but I guess they cut out... basically, I was a Denny's waitress where we have this whole interaction at the end that I don't even remember now. And I think it was that it either made her look too cruel or too or something, but they wound up cutting that out entirely. But it was so funny because before it came out, but like certain industry people were seeing it. I remember going on all these meetings in LA, and it said I was in young adult, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you were great in that." And then my friend went to the premiere, and they're like, so you're not in the movie." But it saved my
I've had that happen to me before. I had one movie where they literally cut my face half out of the frame, but it was, I'm not gonna say it, but it was like, anyway, I was like, wow, okay.
What,
cool.
Residual? Oh no, you're right.
Look, literally the shot, I guess they didn't want me in it, so they just made it so the edge of the frame was like half my face. You know what I mean? It was really...
Well, what's Kevin Costner was cut out of what? The Big Chill?
Right. Yes.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the most residuals I ever got was from Gotham, which was a network show. But they canceled the show right before it was going to hit syndication. I think that was like a calculated...
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to have to then bump up the level of residuals they paid everybody.
Wow. Yeah.
So
that's a nightmare. But you've got, I mean, Law and Order for a while was I mean, that's what's insane. Like, I've been a lead series regular on shows, but like being a guest star in Law and Order, have made way more residuals than that, which is crazy.
I mean, I grew up like with like a parent who is a performer, and like for a couple of years, like he was like making great money just doing commercial voiceovers, which I understand like that is.
I audition for them constantly. I literally have booked one in the last 7 years.
I don't know how. Like I tried to audition for like a Tampax commercial. I don't have like, you hear the way my voice. I'm just like I have no enthusiasm in my voice. I don't know how to do it, and so much of my acting is like. But
I'm telling you, I feel like I am kind of good at it, and I still don't book it. It's just because like there's a whole.
Well, now there's famous people.
There's famous people. Also, there's like people who subspecialize, you know.
Yeah.
And I think the thing about not having a middle class anymore in the acting world is that like now there's fewer jobs, there's fewer well-paying jobs, and all of them. So even the network jobs, even like a network guest star would used to go to kind of like a working class actor, and now will go to a huge name. Like they're looking for a name draw on everything,
and people will do it because everyone's desperate, including. That's why it's like, should we have empathy for the Pete Davidsons going to Saudi? Like I don't. It's we're all desperate, and like it's all relative. Like obviously there's people who are wealthier than others, but like you get used to a certain level, you have a certain cost of living, and then you get scared to lose that.
Yeah,
and you do lose. I mean. The way that my financial situation has gone in my I have whiplash. I don't even know how to process it. Like recently I did one job that I made like way less money than I would have before the strike for it, but I made like enough for me to be like, well, I can buy this thing because I don't understand money, and I just have such like my whole life it's been like on or off. And then the other day I found out that I've completely spent all the money. I'm completely fucked. Because I have a like don't ask, don't tell with myself. Like I have anxious attachment in all ways except for with money. I have avoidant attachment. And I don't look. I have a business manager who, does it, all the stuff.
Emails you when you're broke.
Yeah. Not even. I couldn't believe I didn't get an email before. The only reason I asked is because they were showing me my tax return and I owe more money than I have. And then I was like, how much money do I have? And they said it. I'm like, no, that's not right. That's not correct. Part of it is because when you work in fucking Canada, you get so much more tax taken out. I totally forgot that because it had been a while. So I didn't even estimate right how much I would make. Yeah.
Wait, why are they taking
because
our American dollars?
Because it's not American.
What about the 100%?
You're not getting health care in Canada. I mean, whatever. No. This is actually such a stupid line of reasoning because obviously foreigners, my husband is not an American. He gets his taxes.
But listen, didn't Trump say he's going to put a 100% tariff on movies? Did you hear that recently?
Yeah, but that was a while ago. I think that already has
What does that mean?
I don't think anybody really knows.
It would also discourage exactly what happened to you, which is like not shooting in Canada because...
I know, that's what's fucked up. Everybody was like, that's bad. But I think a lot of people secretly were like,
okay, great.
Yeah. Are the British people going to stop taking
all of our jobs?
Yeah. But it's bad, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Secretly, it was like...
No, I mean, I think it sounds tight. Let's bring back LA. I hear LA sucks.
Oh, it's done. Yeah. LA is done.
Yeah. You were just there for a while.
Yeah, but not for work.
Yeah, but you were having a good time in the sun. Like
The sun, I'm just hotter in LA. It's that simple. I get tan, my hair gets more gold. There's like a slutty air, like everybody's slutty there, and so it encourages you. Like there, I was wearing outfits that as soon as I got back and I was walking down the street, I was worried I was gonna get raped.
Interesting.
But you're not really like walking around too much in LA. You're just walking like from the parking lot to the.
Yes, not only is the culture way more slutty, but you're getting in your car and then you're like, whereas here you're walking around and incredibly exposed. So that was fun in LA. But I used to go out there and do meetings and do all the shit and utilize my hotness. Now you're just still making self-tapes from your apartment.
You have to communicate your hotness over video camera, which is harder.
No.
We're way hotter in person.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I mean, now less hot than I was a few months ago in LA, but what are you going to do?
I hate LA.
I mean, no, me too. But I like being hot.
Totally.
So there's...
Yeah, I think you're hot in New York.
Thank you. The other thing is like the dry air is that like a lot of people, it makes their hair worse. I have a lot of hair, so it actually helps. It gives a little air.
Interesting.
Like my hair takes like 12 hours to dry here in LA.
With a blow dryer?
Well, whether even if I blow dried, I can't finish it because I'm too lazy. But if I air dry it, it takes like I'm not like 12
How
hours.
often do you wash your hair?
I do it less than I
Yeah.
used to. So I mean, I do it every few
Scientifically,
days.
I'm not sure I'm quite understanding how it could take that long.
I mean, it's not like soaking wet, but it will still have like a moisture. I think it's a mixture of I have a lot of hair and it's very porous.
Whoa.
Yeah, it like takes in more water than other hair.
There was a period of a couple weeks here where like everything in my apartment felt damp, and I think that would
porous.
be just somebody's nightmare. But I just didn't really pay attention to it.
Yeah, that happens to me. There's certain things, I don't remember what they are, but there's certain things I'll touch and they'll suddenly be damp, and I don't know why.
I have hyperhidrosis. I have sweaty hands.
Yeah, no, they're not.
Nobody
That's
would
why
have
I'm
ever
A
known.
little, yeah. Somewhat.
Well, so when I was doing research for this podcast, which was reading the Wikipedia page for actor, I was reading the history of actors and how like they were, they used to be like of the lower class and they used to be like very like looked down upon. Like I mean, it used to be that anybody with a job that meant you were poor.
Yeah, who wants to have a job?
And I was reading about the Japanese prostitutes who would perform kabuki, which is a Japanese style of theater, and just like how basically theater used to be the freaks, the prostitutes, and now we have this idea of like...
It still is.
I would definitely say it still is. Yeah, for sure.
All I know is I learned from Notting Hill, the film Notting Hill.
Yeah.
There's a scene where Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant are overhearing people talk about her, and they said, in 7 languages, the word for prostitute's the same as the word for actress.
Yeah.
And I learned, and that stayed with me.
I don't think you can be really a respectable person and be an actor.
You say that as an actor.
Yeah, but I'm not really concerned with respectability politics in general. But yes, I would say so.
Like, do you feel like you have to have a certain shameless quality?
I mean, I am shameless, so I don't know. Did I find it?
Deep shame. The
other side of the coin.
Yeah, no matter what, I think you have to be a little bit damaged. I think I've read online in my like journey of my dealing with my own trauma that apparently the desire to be famous is like a symptom of trauma. And I think no matter what, and I think I sincerely am motivated to be an actor for certain very true, real, like loving reasons. But then there's also the part of me that wants love and attention that I didn't necessarily receive in the ways that I want, and also like overly sensitive, so therefore like absorbing people, and I think it's no matter. I don't know any good like well adjusted actors.
Yeah.
Right.
And the line that I grew up with from my actor father is that like basically, which kind of tracks with the trauma thing, because he's like, you can only do it if there's like spiritually and literally nothing else you can do with your life, because you have to be like a certain it's a very, very hard
Yeah.
life. And like, that's something that I think that maybe like if you're not living in New York and LA, you don't really get a full understanding of like how demoralizing. Sorry,
Oh my
guys.
god.
It is.
No, it
I've
is.
literally
Deeply
been rejected
demoralizing.
thousands of times.
Thousands. Our entire life
Thousands.
is rejection and objectification. Like, you basically split from yourself. I mean, you start to objectify yourself. Like, I know that I like, at this point, from a bird's eye view, can see like the list of characteristics that I am versus a human. I am a human, but I know the
sad.
like checklist of like what I am. And what
That
I am
sounds really smart. I don't really have that
don't?
under wraps. No.
not.
But I'm
know
also, I
yours.
think I
I know what yours.
totally. I also think that a delusion is an essential component
Yeah.
of the business.
Yeah.
And I feel like I track pretty high on the delusion.
See, I think
markers.
but it gets more painful once you lose, like you become disillusioned, and that's when it gets really painful.
Yeah, you gotta just dig in so hard with the
Yeah.
delusion.
But how do you keep it with all that? Like, I don't know how to.
How did I keep my delusions? I don't know. It's just a gift from God, I think. You know,
Wow,
a
I'm
deep
jealous.
feeling of my relevance, no matter what the outside world tells me.
Yeah.
But you've had some, like you've shared with me that you've had experiences where you were like, this is going to be the thing. And then
Oh,
it
all the
wasn't.
time,
And then
yeah.
like, how do you rebuild your
Yeah.
fantasies after that?
Yeah, there's a lot of friction when the world doesn't validate you in the way that you're constantly waiting and expecting it to validate you. You just add more delusion on top of it. You get a lot into the like, I'll show
Yeah.
them.
They'll see.
They'll, you know, it's like a lot of
Yeah.
the like,
Oh,
yes.
but one day,
Yeah.
you know?
But does that never waver for you?
No, I mean, I hope to pursue that until I die.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're very, like, it's something you cultivate actively within yourself every day.
Me, I have moments that it wavers quite a bit.
I would say it's more fundamental than that. I don't know if I cultivate it. I think there is something inherently wrong with it. You know
Well,
what I mean?
I guess I'm thinking of like a few years where you yourself have said that you lost your ambition, which had to do with having children.
That did have to do with having children. That is correct. Children freed me from the shackles of my ambition.
Which is why so many people work more once they have children.
Well,
in
that
my
has not been
experience.
my
Your
experience.
I am. Not only do I want children because I want children, but I want to get them so I can get a job.
Yeah,
Because
it's
everyone I know, maybe besides you.
Besides me.
It's kind of like buying all new clothes when you gain weight. It's like
and
a
then you lose weight.
guarantee that yes.
Precisely.
Totally.
Yep, it's the same thing. Yeah, same exact thing.
Yeah, how does one cultivate delusion? I don't
need
know.
more of it.
I have a pretty direct line. This is going to sound fucking insane. I would say I have a pretty direct line to God. And that's what helps bolster it up, you know?
See, I have like a arc of I can have that, I can feel that, and then it gets crushed, and then it gets, then I'm like, to your point of like nobody else is recognizing. I have like the opposite of what's imposter syndrome. When people are like, oh, don't you have like, oh, you don't you ever feel that? And I'm like, at literal opposite. I feel like I should be a superstar, and I can't believe that I'm not.
It's a career that's like very similar, I feel like psychologically to dating.
Whoa.
You know?
Well, certainly they want you more when you don't want them.
No, but just in terms of being like feeling like you've met your match, you know, like that you're finally being seen, and then going through like, you know.
Yeah. And I've
I'm
had the
just-
same thing in my
That's
dating
the
and
thing
my
is, like,
career has reflected
But peak
the same thing.
experiences are always going to be few and far between by their very nature, whether they be peak experiences in work, peak experiences in love. I think the wisdom would be just to expect that like you can't live in a continual peak experience.
But I don't think I've had any
But like
full peak experiences in either category.
Really?
I've had, it's like...
see, I feel like I've had moments of peak experience, but like my
Yeah, well, you got married and had kids.
No, I'm talking about in fucking acting,
Yeah.
dude. Like, but I think the correlate is like, I'm sure, just to use him again, I'm sure Jeremy Allen White, even though he's at this astronomical level of success, like, look at that motherfucker. He doesn't look very happy. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Well, he's an alcoholic.
yeah. He isn't.
So he has a spiritual malady, is what I'm saying.
I think fucking most people who are famous have some kind of spiritual malady.
Yeah, I once again, I think
they're damaged.
Well, I think either delusion or addiction is necessary. I think when I don't have the delusion, I rely on the addiction because it's like the slot machine. Like you do, like I've never not gotten a job again. I'll go 2 years and then but I will get a job and I will get that high and I'll get it. So that keeps me going. Just the like carrot on the stick.
But my point is with Jeremy Allen White, I'm sure even he feels like I'm sure he was like season 1 of The Bear. That was the peak experience. He looks so verklempt in the trailer for the Bruce Springsteen movie. I'm like, I can already see the like fucking abyss of depression he's going to go into when that gets released and it gets panned.
That's the hard thing is
it's the
what goes up must go down.
It's the human experience. Like, I don't know if it really matters whether you're like a fucking nobody has been like me or if you're like Jeremy Allen White. Like, it's the same experience regardless, which is life, Sarah.
No, and I mean, I worked for people who had an Oscar in their dining room.
They're deeply...
And it was like the high is Fast and Furious, you know? And then it's just like, well, why didn't I get another Oscar? That was like the energy. And I could see them like picking, like shopping, picking something up. And I could see like the moment where it was like, oh, like it's a moment of satisfaction. And then how quickly it went away.
But that is the very nature of life and being. So if you go into the deal knowing that it will be like that, there will be a few brief moments where you think you have access to glory and the rest is just mundane disappointment. Yeah. It's like your speech from The Sopranos. You know what I mean? Like,
Svetlana, the one-legged, you know, it's just about like Americans expect happiness and like
no one said life is about being happy.
That's what my mother would always tell me.
I mean,
and I would
no
say,
one
Mom,
said that.
What's it about? And she'd be like, you know what I mean?
I don't know, but
she's an immigrant, and I think that's the immigrant ethos. You know, like.
Yeah,
I don't know,
Which is perhaps why people not from this country get more work often in this country. Because it's not this, like, I deserve to be special. No, I'm really grateful for the disillusionment for that reason. Because I do think now I can enjoy it more than when I was relying on it for happiness. Like, when I see people who are in this industry still waiting for it to make them happy one day, I'm like,
let's abandon
you're in trouble.
Yeah, let's abandon all pretenses that you're ever gonna be fucking happy,
or that will make you happy.
That anything will make you happy.
No, but I have found at least some sort of happiness in, you know, like community and love and spirituality and all that stuff.
I guess I feel
Francesca's like whatever.
No, I'm not like whatever. I'm just like you know, I'm a big proponent of like everyone's gonna betray you. At the end of the day, we live as we dream alone. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So like, that doesn't mean to not enjoy the community, not enjoy the everything, but like it'll all be ripped from us. We will face death alone, and that's just as it should be. It's not even a tragedy. You know, it's what we signed up for, man.
Yeah, I go back and forth. Yeah, it's true. Sometimes I'm really relieved by like, we're all just gonna fucking die. Nothing matters.
All gonna die.
But then sometimes I feel very sensitive and loving and open-hearted. We
just gotta find somebody to receive it, man.
Yeah, I know.
So, like this concept of the people who have made it, right? Like celebrities, like what, like in terms of, I'm kind of pivoting.
Yeah. I was like, I can't listen to Francesca talk about this anymore.
No, I just feel like we were hitting a dead end when we were like, by the time you were like, and we die alone, I was like, okay, like where do we go from here?
Yeah.
So, I'm starting a new topic. So like what I'm asking, okay, so like I feel like society used to look at like, you know, we had philosophers and we had kings, you know, but basically, like, we had thinkers, you know? And today, I feel like the society is very apt. I guess we have podcasters. But otherwise, I feel like people really look to celebrities for, to lead us, like, politically, somewhat. Now, like, I guess you could argue, like, okay, like, well, Taylor Swift endorses Come On, no one actually cared or whatever. Right. But I feel like there's, like, a lot of discourse about, like, whether or not celebrities should have their influence, which I feel like is a dumb question because they already do, and then what they should do with it. So I'm wondering your perspective on like, should a celebrity speak out against injustice, or should they not say anything, or does it matter?
I think I have a pretty nihilistic feeling of like, I feel like most people are going to think and feel what they're going to think and feel regardless of, I think it's hard to change people's minds. So I think a lot of, especially now with the internet, a lot of like what people say, I just feel like it's like just saying it at each other. Like it's not, I mean, half of it, I'm just like, yeah, you're right. They're reading your memes. That's going to make a fucking difference. But at the same time, like, yes, there is that one person who might be listening, who might be on the fence or like vulnerable to an opinion and have their eyes opened. I don't think people like being told what to do.
Yeah.
But I think...
Have you ever personally felt pressure to speak or not speak?
Oh my God, yeah.
And do you think that you could get punished by the industry?
Of course. Yeah, I've already been punished by the industry, by my whole intimacy coordinator, blah, 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 blah. That really damaged my career. But at least that's something I feel like I can speak to in a way that politically I don't know if anyone gives a fuck what I have to say. It doesn't mean I don't occasionally say things or whatever, but that's not what people are looking to me for. Mm-hmm. I feel like I can speak more on the industry and being a woman and sexuality and sexual assault and all that. Like, I have more I can say about that. To me, like, what I feel of value I can offer is like speaking about that in a nuanced way, because I do have my own opinions about Me Too and how that all went down. I don't know that it really helped us all that much because it was just the pendulum swinging. But I do know that I have, had some sort of impact in certain ways that I don't regret, but definitely like hurt my career.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does make me wary, while at the same time constantly getting threats to say more or getting threats not to.
Who's threatening you?
People online.
Like people you don't know?
Both, yeah.
Who's threatening you that you know? Name names right now.
No, I already blocked somebody. No one like no one in like a close circle.
Okay.
But I hate the thought police. I hate the Instagram police. I hate the whole, I don't know.
Yeah, which is crazy because, sorry, do you have any?
Do you hate the woke mob, Emily? Is that what you're saying?
Fuck, what will it mean
I'm kidding.
if I say that?
I'm joking. That was a joke.
I hate everyone, really, right?
Totally. Sarah, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, like, people, like, pleasing you and what you would say is ironic because I was Googling you before the episode as part of my prep. I read your Wikipedia page, which is missing a lot of information.
I agree, yeah.
But... If you go on Reddit, horror show, freak show.
Yeah, I know.
All house-made pornography.
Yeah, I know.
With you?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of porn of me.
Which is...
Oh, that's so cool.
And so, you made it when.
Yeah. Which, in my mind, I'm like, okay, like, I do feel like Emily should be compensated for this. Like, she should be getting residuals every time someone posts a sex scene on Reddit.
Every time someone jerks off, yeah.
Literally.
That's a good barometer.
Yeah. I'll never know.
Every splooge.
Yeah.
And
I can feel it, but I have no proof.
Yeah. And you have no say on that.
Of course not, no.
Which is one thing, but you also don't make money off of it, which I feel like is a more important thing.
I hardly made money off the original filming of the thing, let alone. But that's something I've argued a lot and had like the foresight about when I have filmed sexual scenes and there's certain things asked of me. I'm like, that will exist on the internet for the rest of my life.
Well, you're not talking about like AI generated pornography of you. You're
not
talking
yet.
about from...
Yeah.
From the Deuce.
Yeah, from the Deuce, I've been naked a few times. So from other things as well.
Okay.
But yeah, lots of tits, ass, sexy, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's not something that like crept up on me. That's something, so there's been like certain images that like I've been asked to not me do it, but like have a body double have their vagina penetrated and then cut it into a sex scene of mine. I'm like, do you realize that for the rest of my life, people will think they're jerking off to my vagina being penetrated? Like, I can't.
So like they would hire like a pornographic actress for that part?
I didn't know. I said no, but yeah, it's not like where it used to be that it used to be films were just, it was contained, and now it's not contained. So
wait, so like HBO would hire a woman to get her vagina penetrated
and cut it into a scene with you.
Yeah.
How is that not pornography?
It is, and I don't know. It was a director who asked me to do it, and I don't know if it would have actually happened.
You're not going to name the director.
Just take a while, again. Come on.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
That's really, yikes.
Yeah, I mean, that's
really
not, yeah.
That's just called pornography, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Dude.
Yeah, it's, I don't I mean, I've had on a different HBO show earlier in my career, I was a smaller part, and I signed on to do, like, you know, I'm sure you've had a million times where it's like nudity required before you even audition for it. And when I did it, the scene, like, it's me waking up in bed, someone shoots a gun, and I'm with someone I just had sex with, and it didn't even make sense. Like, I was under the covers. It didn't make sense to show my breast, like, just the way it played out, but they had me, like, purposely find a way to, like, lower it to show them, because it's like, that's what it's expected.
Crazy.
People are watching it for pornographic reasons.
Yeah, it's like, wait, this is HBO.
Yeah,
they're like, okay, we gotta put some tits in this show.
Yeah,
that's right.
Like, oh shit.
Yeah, they're the tits channel.
Yeah, I mean, now everything is a fucking tits
I know, it's
channel,
also just like, watch some porn, bro.
Yeah, but there's something about, I think, like, these celebrities that you can have parasocial relationships with, and then also getting to watch them.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So how what is that, like, emotionally and spiritually? What is that experience of, like, knowing that people are, like, jacking off to you all the time without your consent?
Sarah, I would say now you're in that class too, right?
As someone aspiring to have financially significant parasocial relationships.
What do you mean? You're getting...
Somebody literally wrote on Twitter. What did they write? Oh, am I not supposed to say this?
I don't know what you're about to say.
I want a nut in them both.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Well, well, that's just like an expression of, like, desire. It's not like
actual nutting.
Well, they probably
allegedly.
That's definitely not going to happen.
Yeah.
But
I mean, but in their mind.
Yeah. I think when I was younger, speaking to the trauma, that was something I actually got off. Like, I liked, like, I wanted to be like I wanted to be where sex began and ended.
Dude, Emily, can I tell you this thought I used to have when I was a teenager?
Yeah,
I was like, my dream in life would be that every guy would get hard when I walked into a room.
I wanted to be a boner machine. That was what I just wanted.
Just think about that, Sarah. Sit with that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would look to see if that's what was... I would be insulted if I didn't see it. But at the same time, I was terrified of it. Like,
I'm such a fucking prude. I'm like, boner machine?
Yeah. But then I remember, like, it was both that, it was a desire and a fear. Because I also remember going through a phase really young where I was, like, so hyper aware of people having penises underneath their pants and being, which is probably a red flag also.
No, it's like a sweatpant issue. It's a pant issue.
But it wasn't even like I saw it. I just knew. And I remember when I think when I was in the music camp, that was the one that told me to go to Zucchino Doro. So I was that young. I was like, they have a penis and they have a penis. And I'd, like, close my eyes and I'd picture the penis.
It's really the opposite of what Freud believes. It's the opposite of penis envy.
Yeah.
Penis terror.
Penis, absolute penis terror. But I guess you could count it as penis envy to want to be in control of it and, like, make it hard all the time. I don't know. But now I feel more of a return to that. Like, when I was younger, I wanted that and I wanted to be objectified. I still have a little bit of that, but now there's definitely more of a feeling of...
We're only human.
Yeah, of course. But now it's scarier in certain ways. And it's also a weird thing to, like... It's almost like, especially in my, like, more personal relationships, if I'm not... if I'm not being coveted in the way that I'm being coveted by strangers, it's like a weird juxtaposition of, like, but I think about, like, I was just watching the Charlie Sheen documentary, and, like, he was, like, hiding, like, barely legal porn magazines from Denise Richards. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
you know, like that he was wanting to jerk off to that when he was having sex with Denise Richards.
Yeah.
So there's obviously, it's not just about like sexiness or whatever. It's about
Well, that sounds
control or
yeah.
whatever. But yeah, it feels weird to know that. But you just kind of disassociate in a way that I've been working on not disassociating as much. But it's hard.
I have to
be
say,
embodied.
I've never done a nude scene, but
Wow.
now that I'm the age that I'm at, I'm
Yeah.
like, bring it
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, well,
You know what I
this
mean?
is a good time to do it.
Yeah.
I think
Sarah doesn't get it.
No,
seriously.
wait, but why? Why? What does it have to do with your age?
I'm like, let's get this on
Like, you can handle it
celluloid
and it- yeah.
before
Okay, yeah.
this ship has sailed.
Well, I feel just more in control of like I don't feel as vulnerable anymore. So I feel like I could handle it in a different way. I also I don't know, like I haven't made the transition because I was always sexualized as like a broken Lolita.
Yeah.
And now I have not been sexualized since transitioning out of that. So it would be fun to be like a femme fatale,
Yeah.
like a woman, and like yes, show
See,
my body.
I've been
while
trying
it's
to
still good.
sexualize myself for years, Emily, but they just make me into like psychotic drug addicts who kill people.
Yeah, I mean, that's I've had the combination. You can get the combination. You can. You can.
That made me think of Baby Girl, and that made me think of that Nicole Kidman's getting a divorce.
Yeah.
What happened? I'm like, hello. She works all the time. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
It's relentless.
Didn't he cheat on her in the beginning?
Is he
Wasn't that
gay?
a thing?
I mean, that's my question.
I read that she did not want to get divorced.
But she filed. So something sad happened. If she didn't want to and she filed. That's sad.
I mean,
That
I
is
think
really
it's
sad.
cool to make your work your husband if you want, and it seems like she kind of chose her work.
Yeah.
over
Well, she
her
already.
husband.
I mean, for me, I think because of my desire for kids, I always see it as the like before or after. You know, like if you have your kids, I feel like that's easier.
But
Yeah.
isn't
me-
she? Aren't they? This is fucked up. Aren't they all adopted?
No, not the ones that she had with him. The
Okay.
ones with Tom Cruise.
But I don't think those kids are in her life anymore.
No.
I think they are
Scientology.
wrapped in Scientology's
Yeah.
grasp.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but she had like.
Did you ever have any Scientology run-ins?
Yeah, my main relationship of my 20s was with a Scientologist, someone who
Oh
was
my god!
raised in
How did
Scientology.
I not know that?
I mean, maybe that was like somewhere in the recess
Okay.
of your mind because it's like a.
I want to
thing.
go clear, man.
No, you don't.
I mean, if you want to be rich and famous, it's a very
I'm
tempting
not.
thing.
It's a little too like rigid for me.
very rigid and expensive
Yeah.
and bad.
Yeah, totally. I'm not like pro
Yeah.
Scientology. Or
I feel like you would probably have to put in a significant financial investment before the fame. You know,
Yeah, and a lot of them
career
don't become.
opportunities,
No,
yeah.
you have to. Everything you're making goes back into Scientology. It's just like a machine. Yeah, they have. I mean, from my ex, who he was raised in Scientology, and like from the time he was a little kid, was like there's acting classes in the Church of Scientology. They're
Really?
just basically training people to be famous actors. Yeah.
that's wild.
That's so interesting because people always talk about how the Jews control Hollywood, but people never really talk about how the Scientologists.
They do a little, but people are afraid of Scientologists more so than Jews.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Scientologists are scary.
I'm kind of scared of Scientologists.
Me too. I mean, I know that I'm I'm on suppressive persons list.
That's so
I have
cool,
like
though.
I know. Again, yes, it is very fabulous and glamorous, but I also fear. You know, maybe that's to blame for my lack of. No, I don't think that's what it is. But I'm on a shit list of Scientologists.
Honestly, goals.
It is goals in a way. Yeah.
I kind of want to get excommunicated
I've been
Sarah,
excommunicated.
we're trying to
and then
get-
recommunicated.
from the Catholic Church.
Oh no, but they have that with Scientology.
Wait, and then they recommunicated?
My ex, yeah.
What?
Like, oh, well, not like they'll make you cut people out, and I was cut out.
She wants a formal excommunication process with a
Yeah.
lot of pomp and circumstance.
A la Joan of Arc, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But you
Yeah.
want to also later be sainted.
Yeah, obviously. I think you can do it.
I think you can totally. I think what was his name? The Italian kid who was 15, who's the most recent saint?
Mm-hmm. Carlos.
Yeah, if Carlos can do it, Sarah, you can do it.
Saint Carlos, pray for us.
Yeah.
That actually kills me that his iconography is like the laptop. That he's always like holding a Mac laptop in his like icon.
Satirical. That's so.
It feels satirical.
It's so wild.
Did you just send me something from the Pope like today?
Yeah, I'm talking about getting excommunicated, but then I did watch something that the Pope said.
Yeah.
And I found it inspirational enough to share it with Francesca. He was talking about how like you can't be pro-life and then like pro-death penalty or pro cruel treatment of immigrants at GD Vance. Your Pope is speaking.
But that's what I mean. I guess like I get exhausted. I mean, not sure the Pope is someone that people are looking to, but with like people, normal people, celebrities, whatever, constantly posting like, you know, after every school shooting or whatever, like, and yet you are like, you call this pro-life, like, obviously it is so fucking insane that if anybody thinks that way, like, you're not going to change their fucking mind. Like, but if anyone believes that when there are people, they're trying to put women to death for abortions, like, they're actually trying to do that, and if they don't understand the irony of that, like, I don't think there's a way of getting through to them to understand that that's there's no logic, so there's no arguing.
I think they believe that there is a Holocaust of unborn lives. And I think that they get like in this obsession loop of the Holocaust of unborn fetuses.
They also hate women.
Yeah, but I think that people just get in this grind where they're like, every second there's an unborn. You know what I mean? It's just
no one's going to change their mind.
Yeah, but I think something like the Pope saying like, if you want to be pro-life, you have to be pro-all life, which I think is a huge contradiction in American politics. And I can understand why people are pro-life as someone who like grew up in Catholicism.
I totally get why people are
like,
pro-life.
I can understand why people are coming from it. And I'm not necessarily like, whatever, we don't have to go into it. But, no, but I get what you were saying, and I feel like the only political issue that I feel like the one that really lit me up, that like I still post Facebook statuses about, is Israel and Palestine, because I know I have members of my community who are like very in like silos of information. Yeah. They might have like more overlapping beliefs as me.
Totally.
And I feel like they might actually like learn something.
Yeah. No, I mean, every vote counts, I guess, right? I also believe, like, even, like, you know, protest. What's that thing again?
Rah, rah.
Yeah. The part of me is like, what does it do? But I do believe in witchcraft. So I do, there is something very, like, spell-like about, like, walking through the streets, chanting. And I think it's a mixture of, like, it's for us on a level, like a place to put our stuff, but it's also like, speaking it into the ether and like in a more spiritual, magical way, even if it's not like a direct, like, I'm going to change one person's mind. It's more.
Do you have spells cast or cast spells to get jobs and or men?
Well, not successful ones, obviously, but I've not, the one time I did it with a man, I did this very young and drunk before I no longer drank alcohol. I did this spell called the Femme on somebody.
Okay.
And I was really drunk doing it. I like put my own period blood in it. Like I really,
totally. She went all the way.
But
Cool.
I think because I was drunk and unhinged and went to town, it's a little bit back. Like it did. Like that person a few days later did grab me and kiss me and make out with me, but then I was like, let's go home together, and he left without me. And then the next morning I woke up and I was like, I think that I maybe said something embarrassing, and I had sent like 100 text messages being like, I'm going to put a hex on you. One day I'm going to have beautiful babies with someone and you're going to be so jealous. And then I just like doubled down on my obsession. And they do say that with spells, like every spell you put on someone else, it's also, you're kind of also putting it on yourself. So it did a little work.
That's the thing, is like the karma. It's not a karma-free exchange. Yeah,
it's so like sometimes it's work. Like I think that with money, and I one time did a money spell and I did get money. Every other time I've done it, it has not worked. But I believe that like any money you get from a spell, it's taking it from somewhere else later. But I think that can work because sometimes you need the money now. So be like, okay, let me borrow this amount of money currently from like the overall amount of money I will karmically get in this lifetime. And it will dry out somewhere else, but you need it. With the whole, love, man thing, it just feels quite dangerous because you can't, even if you can do it, it's like, is that the right situation?
Would you want to be in a relationship knowing that it was only a spell that was holding this person to?
No, the person I did it, I mean, I was like 25 and insane, and it wasn't even about it was about sex and power. But like for an actual love, I don't want to. No,
so
I don't
you
want to
were
do that.
casting a spell to have power sexually over this person.
It had been like it had already been like a long-standing like standoff of power and set. Like we had already hooked up, and in the situation, he's like, I can't have sex with you because then you'll have power over me, and I was like, so have sex with me. But so that was just like a fun dynamic.
Yeah.
But I would not want to do that with somebody I actually wanted to like be with. I mean, if I could do it and know it would work for the rest of my life, like,
yeah, why not?
Sure, why not? But it wouldn't.
Yeah.
It would wear off.
Oh, ye of little faith.
That's so scary.
So, okay, you don't have to answer this, but do you feel like the Jezebel curse on Charlie Kirk worked? Like, do you feel like that contributed to his untimely death? The Etsy witch spell. Because, like, I kind of think, like, it was a very weird coincidence, but I'm sure people are, like, paying to cast spells on, like, Donald Trump all the time.
I don't want to pay somebody who does it, like, over the internet and then extorts me for more spells. If I'm going to pay for witchcraft, I need to be, like, in the swamp at 2 a.m., like, holding the burning shit, taking the hair, pouring out the blood with the knife. Like, I want a full immersive spell experience.
Yeah. The next Critical Babe Theory salon. It's a blood ritual.
Honestly, if we're going to do it the night after, if we're going to do it, if in my mind, because Francesca made a decision on her own, we do it the night after Halloween, we could try something like that.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. It's fun. I feel like there's lanes that I'm also trying to allow myself to do spells more, like, being like, no, because I get really OCD about it, especially with like in competition with like God and spirituality of like, well, what if this is against what's meant to be? But at this point, I'm like, I need fucking
But maybe
money.
maybe there's time to call on the old gods. I think about this a lot. Like, is this a circumstance on which to call on the old gods or the new gods?
Like, how old are we talking?
I'm talking fucking old, Sarah.
Like,
do you know what I mean?
Greek?
No, I'm talking going back. I'm talking like the gods of the people from up north in the mountains, like like old pagan gods. You know what I mean?
The ancient Greek gods were pagan.
I know, but they're really sophisticated and civilized. I'm thinking, let's go back further. You know what I mean? Gods that struck fear into people's hearts, where we were just their playthings of fate. You know what I mean? There just seem to be times when I want to let go of this turn the other cheek. You know what I mean? I want to let go of an eye, even for an eye, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I've always had a leaning towards eye for an eye. I work against it, but that is sort of my...
But there's something pre-eye for an eye, which is like your whole fucking life, you know, for
an eye.
For my finger, you know what I mean?
I think there's a reason that women are allowed to do witchcraft because we need to. We're in constant competition with powerlessness, so I think we're allowed.
We're allowed to call on those older gods.
Yeah, we need it.
Those gods of blood and dirt.
See, if women in the military could do witchcraft, maybe they would be able to
another
meet
good cause.
excess
standards. Honestly, I kind of don't think women should be in combat positions in the military.
Yeah, it's not the feminist hill I'm gonna die on. But yeah.
I just wouldn't want to.
I don't want.
I don't want to. I don't want to be conscripted. I'm not looking for an IDF situation up in here. You know what I mean? Like,
Hell no.
No, thank you.
I'm kind of like anti-military, but like not the current military. I respect our troops, but I'm kind of like and the troops listening to this podcast, because I did get a Marine vet reach out to, so thank you for being here.
And I come from a long line military family too, so.
But I'm kind of like, whatever, I guess I'm a freaking pacifist. I know that's not cool to say,
gay, Sarah.
but I'm all about peace.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be nice.
I mean, it's completely
I want to
idealist.
I want some militias. Like, I want some more small.
Did you
militias.
see Civil War though?
Yeah, we saw it together.
What are you talking about? But I told you my takeaway after that movie. I was like, you should never break the peace, man. Like, not in a marriage, not in a country. It is a delicate thing.
It's just too late.
I don't think it's too late,
Really?
Emily.
You think we can return to peace?
Too late.
I think if everything gets wiped out, it can like
believe me, I get it. Burning it all down to the ground, I get it. It really melds well with my personality.
Yeah.
But like when I saw that movie, and also having been in a protracted war of another kind now for years, I'm just like, give me peace.
Yeah,
just give me fucking
peace.
I
want peace. I want peace. I just
give peace a chance.
Yeah, give peace a fucking chance. Right. But wait, to return to the Jezebel curse. I don't think it necessarily directly worked, but I believe in like collective consciousness. So like everybody was obviously like on that vibration and page.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected Charlie Kirk to be the first one.
No.
But I mean, there are studies done about the power of prayer.
Yeah. So you think a bunch of chicks were praying for him to die?
No.
Or maybe, well, also it's like even with, because I feel sometimes like I can will things to happen with my mind as a witch. Yeah. But then I'm also like, is it that I'm willing it to happen, or is that I'm intuitively picking up on that it's about to happen?
We don't need to get into the nitty gritty of that. You know what I mean?
But I think that's the Charlie Kirk. It's like, were people praying for it, or were people feeling it?
Interesting.
All one of a piece, man, you know? Same thing.
Yeah. So do you feel like that shop in the East Village is a legit witchcraft store? Or do you just kind of go there because you feel like it's just what we have available to us?
It's what we have. It's fun. It's something to think about. I mean, I think it depends on the person like doing it. The materials itself could be meaningless in the hands of a not witch.
Okay, so.
But I think like you just need to gather the materials, and then if your channels are open and you're good at it, you can do something with it. But I don't think it needs to be from there.
One of my favorite stories about Emily is that she one time hired a woman to break a curse upon her.
Oh, yeah.
And she was so cursed.
Can we say who put the curse on you, or no? We should not do that.
Yeah, well, apparently there's multiple, but my ex's ex-wife was one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But she said there was a few curses, and some of them were like ancestral.
Oh, okay.
But you were so cursed that she gave you free curse.
Yeah,
curse.
That's one
lifting sessions.
Yes, I am not lucky, and there's a lot of ways where like I'm not lucky, and I don't get like an easy way. But I will say, when it comes to healers,
they give you,
and even psychiatrists, like anyone in the helping people arena.
Yeah,
I really get a lot of like people really feel for me and will give me a lot of free stuff.
Yeah,
it's
lift your curses for free. Yeah, give your meds for free.
Yeah, or like not make me come in to like or like there was one person who was like an osteopath or whatever.
What's that?
It's like gentle chiropractic, if that's the word for it. But it was a little scary. But he was like, pretty much everybody is always like, you have ancient suffering and like you live a lonely path.
Are you Jewish?
No.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's really special.
She's just cursed.
And this one guy, but he was a guy, and so I got a little scared. It was in LA, and he was like, telling me I live a lonely path, and he kept trying to get me to come back in for free.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
That was a little scary. But I've had it with women as well. Like I just somehow, people
want to help you.
Yeah, I need that.
That's
help.
cool.
Yeah,
people are like, you don't need help. You're fine.
Well, then maybe you don't need it.
Yeah, I feel great. Yeah, the delusion. I can live on delusion alone.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Sarah, you gotta go.
What time is it?
It's 6:10.
Oh, okay. I gotta get to Brooklyn. We've been 1:20. I think we covered almost everything. We didn't really talk about Tilly, but whatever. AI actors sucks.
No, I think
who came up with that name?
What my take on Tilly is that I feel like we're looking like a bunch of buffoons, like agents are what do we even what?
I know, that's what I was like. Different agencies are trying to rep her. I was like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Don't think that's true. Like, it's just a thing someone said, and they're trying to get us to do like we already fucked ourselves with the
contract.
Yeah, and the
strikes.
Right.
It was kind of fun to like go to the cool strike place.
It was fun, but it fucked us over. It didn't. So they're just like, like they're like, yeah, guys, strike again. Like they have all the. They're just trying to get us desperate and riled up. Like I don't know. There's something about everybody posting that, like taking us.
Oh, is everybody posting? About
everyone's very upset.
I don't have any actors on my feed.
I'm like, what is like? no, I don't like.
Yeah.
Tilly.
Even if some dumbass agent wants to represent Tilly, like, so fucking what? That's not gonna actually do
Who
anything.
came up with that name?
I don't know, but like I said, she's not even hot.
Like, is it short for Matilda?
I guess.
Oh.
I mean, it's short for nothing because it
Is
comes
there
out of the
video of
ether.
her? Is it video of her, or is
There-
it just that one photo?
There are some videos
some
of
videos,
her.
but
they're
she's-
really uncompelling. She's not a good actress.
She's not a good actress. She's not hot. She's nothing. Like, people.
She's
still-
like
She
perfectly.
looks like a virgin. I'll tell you that.
Sure, people love that, but there's plenty of virgins out there. Especially
Not
now,
on this
right? Gen
podcast.
Z's not had no, certainly not. but we don't need to create a virgin. She's so basic. She's so mid.
Yeah.
I don't
She
know.
mostly just looks like a child, which I was sort
Yeah,
of like,
a basic ass child, like not
like,
even like a
whoa.
child that you're like, wow, you're gonna be a great beauty one day. Not even that. I don't know. I
You're
just feel like we look like
fugly,
idiots.
untalented, and we hate you, Sally. Good luck in show business, bitch. Yeah.
It's so, I don't know. So I feel like we look like lemmings and sheep being like, hey.
Yeah. It's like people are literally dying, guys. Like,
People are dying.
literally,
And,
you're gonna die.
yeah.
yeah, you're gonna die, and we're gonna need Tilly
Yeah.
to take us to take our place. But yeah, I don't know. It's all dumb.
Okay, should we wrap it up? Well, Emily, is there anything, like, which show should people watch if they want to send you residuals?
Oh.
Great question.
Both of you, shout it out.
I recently got a little bit from Dead Ringers, but it takes like 2 years for me to get
No,
it.
that's too slow.
No, but that's like the biggest I've gotten. In,
Watch Gotham. Just hit that
Gotham.
play.
I mean, nothing.
Okay.
Nerve, the movie Nerve. Buy it on iTunes.
I guess if like
I don't have
someone
residual.
someone who like jacks off to you on Reddit wants to compensate
Just
you appropriately.
Send
Send me
checks.
money, yeah.
Send her
Yeah.
checks. Send
Just
her cash.
Venmo me,
But
Okay,
use the
cool.
kind of envelopes that like you can't see through when you lift them up.
so they
Yeah.
don't get stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Maybe
accept
just give
cash.
me money.
yeah, just get okay.
Yeah, every time you jerk off, send me. I was gonna say $3,000. Obviously, you won't.
$15.
Yeah,
15 is underselling yourself.
yeah, $100.
But
every
if
time you
somebody,
jerk off.
but like, what if they jerk off like 3 or 4 times a day?
Then, well, they
Then
better make some
$100
money.
a fucking splooge. Okay.
I'm at least
3
gonna
or
plant
4
that
times
seed.
a day.
Plant that.
There's
seed.
masturbation fiends out there. You guys, you don't know
Yeah.
about this?
It's disturbing.
Send Emily money and get some help.
yeah.
Okay.
Join your local church.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Emily. This was so great.
you.
We'll have to have you back on.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so fun.
Because there's just so much more to cover.
I know.
For sure.
I know. We could go on forever.
Okay, well,
All right.
class dismissed.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.